Good afternoon, everybody. This is Councilman Britt Moore here at City Hall calling to order the Thursday, September 18th meeting of our Finance Committee to review our agenda. With me here are Councilwoman Monica Peters and Councilman Michael Holmes. Councilman Andrew is not able to be with us today, and Madam Attorney Megan McGuire is joining us remotely. Before we get into the agenda, there are a couple of items that will be pulled from today's agenda for some clarification and further review. Those are items 2025-383 and 2025-391. So with that clarification there, we will jump right into the presentation of items. And the first item is 2025-362, and we'll hear from our Police Chief, Curtis Cheeks.
Good afternoon, everyone. First item for consideration is request for approval to execute an interlocal agreement between the City of High Point, namely the Police Department, and the Guilford County Board of Education. That is for our SRO program that is currently operational, has been for a number of years. This is a process we go through each year. The interlocal agreement covers 1 SRO supervisor and 8 SROs that are at our high school and middle schools. Funds are available currently in the 2025-26 budget, and we're requesting council's approval.
Any comments for Chief on this?
Yes, it's Councilman Holmes. Chief Cheeks, how many if a school needed, I don't know, an additional SRO support, how do you guys handle that? Is that a request that they have to put in, or is it strictly limited to what you guys provide?
It would occur during this process. We would negotiate or have communication about that with the school board. Yeah. But generally speaking, those schools in High Point that do not have SROs, right, if problems arise, generally one of the SROs will shift over temporarily to handle that, or a patrol officer will respond.
Yeah, I was just thinking if there was, I don't know if you've seen an uptick in maybe some conflicts or some fights, and maybe you needed extra SRO support. Would they shift from inside the city, or could they get requested an additional SRO?
When we have issues in the schools, we supplement with other PD staff.
Okay.
Anything else? Hearing none, I'll make a motion to approve item 2025-362.
I'll second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion passes. Next item, Chief, is 2025-368.
This item before you is a request to approve to execute an interlocal agreement between the City of High Point, namely the Police Department again, and the Guilford County Family Justice Center. That is for the addition of a victim advocate position. Instead of adding that position to our staffing, we want to utilize a current partner who specializes in providing those services. That position would be stationed within the police department and work directly with our units that deal with people who are impacted by violence here in the city. Currently, those services are being provided by staff that pulls them away from investigative tasks, and so it's one of the things that we're in need of. And again, executing this agreement would allow us to cover those services.
Any comments or questions on this? Hearing none, I'll make a motion to approve item 2025-368.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion passes. Chief, before you leave, I know the Brotherhood was hit again yesterday of the police fraternity up in Pennsylvania. We hear, or I hope I speak for the rest, I think I do. We appreciate your service and honor all of you that service each and every day, and we're thinking about you and support you.
Thank you. Definitely appreciate it.
Next item is 2025-363. We got all the chiefs here today. We'll hear from Chief of Fire Brian Evans.
Good afternoon, Council. This item for the Finance Committee is for a contract purchase for a Generac 175 kW generator. Currently, High Point Fire Department is using a 100 kW generator at Fire Station Number 1 that does not support the KV rating to ensure a continuous and reliable supply of electrical power during outages at that fire station. The purchase of a Generac 175 kW generator is essential for maintaining our operational readiness and enhances preparedness against power failures caused by storm, grid failures, and other unforeseen events. Like I said earlier, that generator it was circa 1970 generator. It's been here as long as I've been here and does not meet the rating that no longer supports that fire station. And due to the age of that generator and maintenance, replacement parts has become increasingly harder and harder to find and keep that thing maintained and running like it should. Funding is available in the 2025-26 budget that was appropriated by City Council. And utilizing the Sourcewell Cooperative Contract, High Point Fire Department requests Council's approval for a purchase of this Generac 175 kW generator in the amount of $111,278. And that City Council also appropriates the appropriate city official and or employee authorized to execute all those necessary documents.
Comments or questions on this? Hearing none, I'll make a motion to approve item 2025-363. Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion passes. Thank you, Chief. And before you leave, I noticed, I'm sure Police Chief Curtis Cheeks had more important things to get to. So we know that he left, but he left before I could stoke the fires of the softball game between police and fire at Truist Point on Friday night, so no pun intended. But appreciate all you guys do too, and I hope that you have a good event on Friday, and I hope everybody will go out and support they can.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate council's support. Thank you.
Next item is 2025-367. We're going to hear from IT Service Director Adam Ward.
Good afternoon, council members. IT Services is seeking approval for a contract with Motorola Solutions to replace 90 portable radios currently in use by city staff and public safety personnel. This acquisition is part of our annual scheduled refresh of radios that are greater than 8 years in age. The new APX 6000 radios offer enhanced audio quality, modern encryption, over-the-air programming, ensuring smoother daily operations and improved interoperability with our regional partners. This purchase is made through a North Carolina purchasing contract at the total cost of $596,254.50. Funds are available in the fiscal year 25-26 budget. We request City Council approve the contract with Motorola Solutions and authorize the appropriate city officials execute all necessary documents. Happy to answer any questions.
I was following some of the in our file here, but did you state these are 90 additional? Are you going to be replacing or adding to?
Replacing.
Replacing.
Yes. It'll be radios that are greater than 8 years of age, and those radios that will be replaced will either be used to be cannibalized for parts for radio repair, or they will be surplused.
Okay. Any other comments or questions? Hearing none, I'll make a motion to approve item 2025-367.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion passes. Thank you, Adam. Next item is 2025-372, and it's Assistant Utilities Director, Stephen Schaefer.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What I have for your consideration today is the purchase of 20,000 feet of underground primary cable. This cable is commonly used throughout our underground utility network, and it is a normal stock item. This purchase would replenish that stock utilizing the Sourcewell contract. Funds are available in this year's current operating budget, and staff are recommending that council approve and the department be given the ability to execute this contract. And the contract we recommend should be awarded to Wesco for $763,200. Any questions?
This amount, I get the dollar amount. Do you know about how long this will last you? Because I'm sure you don't use the same amount every month. How long would something like this last?
So the last time we purchased cable was in 2021, December of 2021.
Okay, very good. Anything else?
No, sir.
I'll make a motion to approve item 2025-372.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next is our regularly scheduled time to hear from the Robbie Stone Show, Public Services Director. We'll start with item 2025-375.
Thank you, sir. So this is to approve a task order with CDM Smith for the professional engineering services for design, permitting, and bidding of the Inslee Creek Sewer Outfall. This outfall is one of 3 outfalls that eventually terminate at our West Side Wastewater Treatment Plant. It was constructed in 1958. It's about 28,000 feet long. There's 17 aerial sections in this outfall, and 10 of those have been identified as needing to be replaced, and those 10 total about 3,100 feet. Revenue bonds associated with this ordinance are estimated to be issued in '27 in accordance with the city's financing plan. Debt service payments will be made from the water and sewer revenues. Public Services is recommending to award this task order to CDM Smith in the amount of $796,500.
Comments or questions? Hearing none, I'll make a motion to approve item 2025-375.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion passes. Next item is 2025-376.
This is to approve a co-location water tank license agreement with Alltel Corporation, DBA Verizon Wireless. I want to give credit to our legal staff here. They were instrumental in helping work out all these details. But this, there's an attached license agreement for a 5-year term. It actually started in July of 2024. And that agreement amount for those years was $37,510.68. And then there's a 5-year renewal as well. And then that license will increase, the fee will increase upon that 5-year renewal for an FY 29-30 to $41,261.75. So those will be revenues coming into the city. So the budget impact is there's no budget impacts to us for that. Public Services is recommending that we approve this co-location water tank license agreement with Alltel Corporation, DBA Verizon Wireless, and to authorize the appropriate city staff and execute all necessary documents.
Did they approach us concerning this?
Yes.
That would have been my guess.
Yes.
Okay. If there's no further questions, I'll make a motion to approve item 2025-376.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion passes. Next item is 2025-377.
This is for the water and sewer outfall mowing contract. This is for us to hire an annual mowing contractor to help with mowing those sewer and water outfall easements. We are required by our permit to mow a portion of these easements each year. We did send out a request for proposals back in August of this year. Liberty Site Works was elected as the lowest qualified bidder for this, and they'll be mowing about 66 acres of outfall. Funds are available in our current budget, and we're recommending to award this to Liberty Site Works and Septic Inc. in the amount of $118,422.
Comments or questions on this item? Hearing none, I'll make a motion to approve item 2025-377.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion passes. Next item is 2025-378.
This is to approve a purchase order for a total organic carbon analyzer for the Water Quality Lab. The lab performs analysis to ensure that our water, wastewater, and stormwater facilities are in compliance with state and federal regulations. This current TOC analyzer that we have is reaching the end of its useful life. We are seeking to purchase this new TOC analyzer as a sole source purchase from Sievers and from Veola Water Technologies. There is funds in the current budget for this, and we're recommending Veola WTS Analytical Instruments be approved as a sole source vendor purchase for this product in the amount of $43,690.60.
Questions? Hearing none, I'll make a motion to approve item 2025-378.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion passes. Next item is 2025-379.
This is to approve the hiring of Bionomic Services, Inc. as a pressing need for the temporary biosolids dewatering at our Eastside wastewater treatment plant. There's 2 centrifuges at this plant that are used for dewatering biosolids. One of those centrifuges has been down for some time. Parts have been ordered for that. Council approved that purchase back in June. Those parts are not anticipated to be here until January. So we only have one that was operating. It was giving us some troubles. It was going in and out of operation, along with the sludge pumps were giving us some troubles as well, and they were actually down for a few days. So we sought to get some assistance in to continue with this dewatering. Bionomic Services was utilized as a pressing need to perform this temporary dewatering until we can get everything else up, or other parts and pieces up and running and back to somewhat operational standards there. Funds are available for this in our current budget, and we're recommending that council approve the hiring of Bionomic Services for a not to exceed amount of $150,000.
Any comments or questions here? I'll make a motion to approve item 2025-379.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion passes.
Sorry.
What?
Nothing.
Good? All right. Let me turn the page here. We're still talking to Robbie. Next item,
Yes, sir.
2025-380.
This is to approve the hiring of Kemp Construction for the pressing needs repairs of filters 5 through 8 at our Ward Water Treatment Plant. The filters 5 through 8 are made up of a green leaf filter system, which is uses a siphon technology to continue to control the operation through the gravity filters. Filters 5 through 8 were originally constructed in 1998. Kemp Construction was recently hired to investigate those filters and do some internal investigation on them. And during that investigation or inspection, it was identified there were several welds that were broken that were causing some issues for the siphon working properly, and plus there was some losing some water through the center column. We've sought to work with Kemp for them to come in and make these repairs because filters 1 through 4 are getting ready to start construction on those, and we can't have both sets of filters out at the same time. So Public Services is requesting to hire Kemp Construction as a pressing need to repair these center columns within filters 5 through 8. Funds are available in the current budget for this, and Public Services is recommending to hire Kemp in the amount of $90,300.
If there are no comments or questions, excuse me, I'll make a motion to approve item 2025-380.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion passes. Next item is 2025-381.
This is to hire a specialty contractor to rehab the 5 million gallon pre-stressed concrete water storage tank located at our Ward Water Treatment Plant. This 5 million gallon tank was built originally in 1979 and was renovated in 96. We had a recent inspection in March of this year, and during that inspection, there were several items identified that needed to be repaired and upgraded. So a couple of those were the baffle walls. It's like a curtain baffle wall that hangs inside there. There's some internal cleaning and repairs that need to be done on the inside of the wall, circular wall as well, and some other items that are bullet pointed out there. We did have to rebid this in August. 2 bids were received. DN Tanks was the lowest responsive bidder. There are funds available in our current budget, and we're recommending to award this to DN Tanks in the amount of $482,000.
Is there a post-work inspection that's done when this type of work's done? I mean, it was, you had an inspection which alerted problems, which activates this action.
Correct.
So after
yes.
we expend this money, is there a post-inspection to make
Yes,
sure
sir.
it's all?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. Yes, post-work, yes. I'm sorry. I was thinking differently. We will have a sub-consultant working with us to inspect this work as well, just to make sure everything's done properly.
Okay.
Probably said, you said you had to rebid this. What, did you not get enough bids
Correct.
in?
There were not enough bidders. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I look at the discrepancy between the two bids. Any reason on why it was such a wide margin between the selected contractor and the?
I think contractors are busy. Some contractors have different schedules, and I think that contributed to this pricing.
Okay, fair enough.
If there's no further comments or questions, I'll make a motion to approve item 2025-381.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion passes. Next item is 2025-382.
This is to approve a sole source purchase for the replacement of UV parts and bulbs in channel number 1 at the West Side Wastewater Treatment Plant. This goes back, or the West Side Wastewater Treatment Plant uses UV disinfection for the final treatment and disinfection of the wastewater. This actually goes back to that July 9th rain event, flash flood event that we had, causing some damage to the channel 1 there at this plant. Trojan Technologies is the manufacturer for this and the sole source for the replacement parts. Funds are available in the current budget, and we're recommending to award this to Trojan Technologies in the amount of $340,532.93.
Comments or questions on this? Hearing none, I'll make a motion to approve item 2025-382.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion passes.
Thank
Thank you, Robbie. For anybody that may be listening or watching the last several items that were presented by Robbie, do bring to clarification how much municipalities and cities spend on our water to keep it safe and drinkable and under regulations. So there's a whole lot that goes into that. Next item, 2025-384. Customer Service Director Jeremy Coble has got a couple items for us.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Our first agenda item today are from Core Main, and these are replacement meter box lids that are specially made for High Point to retrofit our boxes that we've had in place. So it allows us to not have to replace the entire meter box and save money and retrofit that with these new lids. Money is available in the current year's budget, and staff recommends the purchase from Core Main for $289,025.63.
Comments for Jeremy? Hearing none, I'll make a motion to approve item 2025-384.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion passes. Next item is 2025-385.
This next agenda item is for water meters, both residential and commercial. This will be used to finalize some of our residential meter replacement program and start entering into our corporate and industrial replacement program. These meters last for approximately 15 to 20 years. Money is available in this year's budget, and we recommend the purchase from Badger Meter Incorporated for $489.68.
Go back through just real quick for a minute. This
Yes.
will help finish out our residential?
This will complete our residential changeout program, and all residential meters will be complete, ready for AMI, and it will get the city down to approximately 2% meters that are over 15 years old, which is kind of the benchmark. And so we really, while there are some larger customers we have to replace, we have really got this down to a very manageable spot. Very proud of the staff, and thank you to all involved.
Well, certainly. And when, if you had to put a date on when you think, would you be finished this year? Or with the installations, or how
We
long?
will be finished with all residential customers this calendar year, yes, sir.
Cool. All right. Anything else? Make a motion to approve item 2025-385.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion passes. Next item is 2025-386.
These are for mounting kits and antennas that connect to our transmit devices that connect to our water meters that fit through the lids that were in the previous item. These are critical for ensuring that the signal gets out, both for our current meter reading process and future AMI. Money is available in this year's budget, and staff recommends the purchase of $60,589.
Comments or questions? I'll make a motion to approve item 2025-386.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor? Any opposed? That motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Next, we'll hear from Assistant City Manager Damon DeCane on item number 2025-387.
Good afternoon, Mayor Pro Tem, members of the Finance Committee. The item before you is for the council to consider approval and adoption of the ABC Board of the city to follow the City of High Point's employee travel and reimbursement policy. The State Board of Alcohol Control requires each local ABC board to adopt a travel policy. They can either choose to follow the state or the local appointing board's policy. In this case, our local board has chosen to request permission to follow the city's, thus the item before you today. This is an item that will come every year before the council, and I believe the intent is for staff to include this moving forward in our annual budget request, so it doesn't have to come separately.
Any comments or questions? Hearing none, I'll make a motion to approve item 2025-387.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Next item is 2025-388.
Yes, sir. This item is consideration of a resolution approving a lease agreement with High Point University for approximately 26,000 square feet located on several parcels at Sailing Point, which is located on the north side of the city. I think most of you are familiar with this. The city and HPU have established a relationship regarding the rowing programs, as we have with other outside clubs. This is very similar to agreements that other universities have with other cities. In particular, I can tell you for a fact, Winston-Salem and Wake Forest University have a very similar agreement for a boathouse and various amenities located there. So the lease term is for 10 years. HPU provides the facilities, they construct the facilities. This does not interfere with any of the current operations at that Sailing Point. In fact, even during construction, nothing will be interrupted, including access. The term of the lease, again, is for 10 years. The sum is for $1 for each year of the 10 years is the lease. This is very similar to what the city pays HPU to use the space for our existing senior center while our other is being built. With that, staff recommends approval, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
For those of us that are on council, this came before your committee the other day. Do you care to add anything or about how that went, presentation?
Well, I think all of the questions that we've received via emails were answered about that presentation.
We do want the public to know that and I think we've done a good job. We all get the same emails, and many of us have replied or worked with staff to get answers to the questions. And I think for the most part, anytime you're working with two different entities, it may not be 100% satisfactory to both sides, and everybody might have an opinion, but I think the overall relationship that this city has with HPU is far and above a good one and an important one. And sometimes things that get released or put out can seem to maybe not have complete information. But we will continue to monitor the activities and relationships going forward, and I think it will work out to the overall betterment of the city and the activities and our continued growth together. With that being said, I'll make a motion to approve item 2025-388.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion passes. Thank you, Damon. Next item is 2025-389, and our transit manager, Angela Wines, is going to present.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
This item is for approval of our drug and alcohol policy, which is a federal mandate. We actually have a program that follows the policy. We've made some revisions to include testing for now oral fluids, which there is a screening, and it's not very non-invasive. We're asking council to consider a resolution adopting the revised policy and authorize appropriate city officials to execute all necessary documents.
Any comments here? Item 20, I'll make a motion to approve item 2025-389.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Next item is 2025-390.
This is a consideration of a resolution approving an interlocal agreement with the Guilford County Board of Education for student transportation. We are continuing our partnership with Guilford County Schools to transport middle and high school students who choose not to ride the school bus. They ride, school system reimburses us for those trips. It's additional revenue that we add to our fare collection. We're requesting for council to consider a resolution approving an interlocal agreement between the City of High Point and the Guilford County Board of Education for the provision of transportation for middle and high school students, and authorize the appropriate city officials to execute all necessary documents.
Angela, you used the word continue. Share with us how long this has been going on?
We have been transporting students since January 2022, when the school system had an extreme shortage of school bus drivers.
And part of the reason that we're doing that, you mentioned, I think I heard you say that choose to not ride the school bus. So something in 2022, we filled in a gap that was missing, and now that's become a choice for some students?
Yes, sir, it has become a choice for some students. The school bus ride can be a long, circuitous trip, whereas for some of them, when they ride city transit, it's pretty direct, right in. They get off across the street from the school, and in the evenings they get on, right on the same side of the school, and it makes a much shorter trip for them.
So this has become an additional transportation opportunity for them that the school is now choosing to continue to offer.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll leave that there. Anybody else got comments? Next item, I'll make a motion to approve item 2025-390.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion passes. Thank you, Angela.
Thank you.
If there's nothing else to come before finance, anybody? Any comments? Any activities you want to?
Well, tonight is the last season game of the Rockers, and they've won every night this week. I was there Tuesday, Wednesday, and I'm going tonight. So if you get a chance, go support our Truist Point Stadium and our High Point Rockers.
Very good. They're hopefully peaking at the right time.
Absolutely.
There's a lot going on in the city. Get on the website, check it out. Contact your local ward representative to find out what's going on. And after the past couple of weeks and lots going on, be kind to each other. See if we can have a little bit of civility. This meeting's adjourned.